Hello, Principles of Management students. Welcome to week 4. I'm still having issues with my computer, but I think I can record. I did some test records that I can record now. My microphone's working, but my sound is not working. So that's okay. I can hear myself, and then when I post it, you're able to. So half of you have already turned in your stuff for the week. I just wanted to do a quick overview of things happening this week for the course. So this week we are doing chapters 9 and 10, and hopefully you found chapters 9 and 10 pretty exciting. I realize this text is rather heavy duty. Just try to get as much as you can from it, and when we're talking about chapter 9 and strategic management, there are a few things that you might want to look at. The text goes into pretty big depth about strategic management. A few things to keep in mind: vision and mission. So make sure that you're thinking about, that vision for a company, and you have an idea of the difference between those. I know there's a couple questions that I asked about those. Remember the vision, right? Why do we exist? It's broad, and then the mission is more narrowly defined. How will we accomplish our vision? So when you're thinking about that, companies typically, I know there's examples in the book, they have their broad oversight, right? And then they have a more narrow, that mission is really a couple sentences. Typically, you will see a mission statement up on, in the main office of an organization. And so review some of those. There's a strategic cycle, I believe, in this chapter. The strategy cycle, take a look at that. Just to get familiar with you're not going to learn everything about management from one course, right? So just start to get familiar, really is what this course is about, with the different topics, business level strategies, corporate level, and international strategies. So for chapter 9, I have a few review questions for you. And then we kind of pop into chapter 10, right? Chapter 10, organizational structure and change. And I have a few questions for you from chapter 10. So take a look at that. Typically what we'll see, we see a lot of matrix formations these days and structures. I know this chapter starts to talk about leadership and how organizations foster change and some change models. Cotter's model is referenced in the text. I think that's the most important one that I would take from this chapter. Both of these chapters are a little bit shorter, which is good because week 4 we needed to do some catch up, right? And so I have the chapter 9 PowerPoint there for you to review on Blackboard if you haven't already. And there is a short video that relates to chapter 9, corporate strategy, the role of strategy in business. Chapter 10, there is a short PowerPoint there for you. And then the homework review is a little bit shorter as well this week. I cut a few questions out. That's from chapters 9 and 10. We have no discussion this week, so that makes it shorter. So this is kind of a short week, and I did even shorten the review questions up. So let's try and get caught up by Friday, at the end of the day, with our previous chapters 2 and 3. If you have any extraneous work out there that you need to get handed in, if you have any discussions that you haven't posted, let's try to get all caught up at the end of chapter 4 here. And I will have midterm grades out mid next week, and we will be over the halfway point then when we're done with this week on Friday. So take this opportunity to kind of get caught up on past weeks 1, 2, and 3, any work that you might have. Remember, every point counts. And so if you miss a discussion question, you're missing several points right there. You just get a 0 for those percentage points. And the way I have the course set up is that as you gather points for each item, right, each homework item or project item or whatever it might be, that is the actual percentage points that you can get. So if there are 6 points for a homework assignment and you don't turn that homework point assignment in, that's 6 percentage points off your final grade. So you're already down to a 94. If you turn in a homework assignment late, you will typically still get 5 out of 6 points, right? Or 4 out of 6 points if it's really late. And so make sure that you are, and 5 out of 6 isn't you're still down at, 90% or less, lower than a 90. So you're not getting a ton of points. It doesn't seem like much, 5 out of 6, but you don't want to miss those percentage points. So just make sure that you're turning in work. As always, if you're struggling for some reason getting work in, make sure you reach out to me. You can text me, 814-490-6473. And you can also email me, crobertson@ec3pa.org. I know everybody has a full plate. The holidays get tricky, so just keep me posted. I'm feeling some of those same pressures, right? Whether it's my actual work with my advisor and my dissertation work, whether I'm having computer issues, family issues, whatever it might be, reach out to me because I understand, because I have some of those same issues, right? We all live here in Erie in society, right? We all have some of those same issues. So if you don't reach out to me, though, I don't know what's going on with you. And if you don't reach out to me, I can't give you points that I don't have work for you. And I know I've run into past terms with these 8-week courses that students are emailing me a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the course is over, trying to turn in work. And at that point, I can't even accept work. So if I don't know ahead of time. So as soon as you notice there's some sort of problem, reach out to me and we can make a plan for you. And if you're doing fine, wonderful. Keep going, right? We're almost halfway through. So have a good rest of the week, and I will touch base with you toward the end of the week to make sure that everybody is on track.